And if there was ever a theme song for this Saturday, it would be Happy Trails to you. And Mark Dannon's here to tell us why. Hey, Mark.
Good morning. It is National Trails Day, and we're joining thousands of people across America helping to celebrate the great outdoors. I'll have more on that and your weekend forecast coming up in just a bit.
All that and more coming up.
Sit back and relax. It's Saturday morning.
Now, over 1 million Americans are volunteering to take a hike this weekend. It's the 6th annual National Trails Day.
That's right. There are more than 3,000 events at trail sites and parks all across the country. And our own Mark Dannon has laced up his hiking boots this morning. Hey, partner, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Nice out here this morning. Now, when most people think about hiking and trails, they tend to think about some remote location out in the wilderness. You're not going to believe this. We are actually here in the heart of Manhattan in Central Park. There are several miles of trails that actually do run through the park, and there'll be volunteers here later this afternoon planting shrubs along the trails in order to help prevent soil erosion. Now, joining me this morning is Gwen Hicks of the American Hiking Society. Good morning, Gwen.
Good morning.
Now, urban trails, a big part of trails across the United States. What's the push from the American Hiking Society to promote these urban trails?
Well, urban trails are important because they give people who live in cities a way to get outside and get back with nature, but they also have some practical purposes. Trails can keep us healthy by giving us a place to exercise and keep our weight down and our blood pressure down. And trails can provide an important source of transportation. If people get out and use trails, they'll cut down in auto emissions and promote cleaner air and have less auto costs.
Now, the urban trails are also part of the American Discovery Trail. We have a map to show you of that. It's an east to west coast trail. You can walk across the entire United States, kind of like a Route 66 of hiking trails.
Yeah, it's significant because it does go from coast to coast, but it also connects to thousands of local, state, and also 3 national trails. So it provides a backbone of this whole interconnected system of trails that allows you to go all over the United States by trail.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, Gwen
Thanks.
Hicks, American Hiking Society, and a great day for hiking across a good part of the United States. On the radar map today, rain showers down around the southeastern United States. So the best hiking, the southwest, the southern plains, as well as up in the northeast. On today's weather map, you can see scattered thunderstorms deep across the southeast, except for southern Florida. Some wet weather in the Pacific Northwest and a few scattered rain showers up along the northern tier states. Breezy in the northwest, delightful with cooling weather in through the southern plains. In the southwest, great weather as well with cooling off temperatures. Very cold this morning in Denver. Temperatures in the 30s. You'll warm up only into the 70s later on this afternoon. That's the national forecast. Here's a closer look at the weather for your weekend. Baltimore, partly cloudy, 73 degrees. Partly cloudy as well in Detroit later today, 64 degrees. Seattle, Washington, mostly sunny, 75. And in St. Louis, mostly sunny skies, 73 the high temperature. And we'll have more on National Trails Day and more weather coming up in the next few minutes. Susan?
Thanks, Mark.
Earlier, we told you today is National Trails Day and talked about the American Discovery Trail, the first east-west cross-country trail. Brian Stark is attempting to become the first to complete the southern route. He is actually doing a run-walk. Now, Brian left Delaware back on March 8th with nothing but a 9-pound pack and a lot of determination. This morning, Brian's in Missouri, that's just west of St. Louis, and he joined us by phone. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
Let me ask you something. Why was it so important for you to do this?
Well, I wanted to see the country from the pace and the perspective of the settlers, about 5 miles an hour, going from east to west, and I feel like I'm doing that, except the main difference is that if I ever get in an emergency, I can stop in the nearest food shop and get a quart of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Whereas, on the other hand, they could probably drink out of a lot of the water sources that I can't even swim in now, so there's some trade-offs.
That's a very good point. Now, you go through a lot of remote areas, obviously, and you don't know where you're going to sleep or where you're going to eat at night. I mean, how does that go? How do you deal with that?
Well, I try to go between 20 and 35 miles a day, reaching some kind of lodging and restaurant, but that doesn't always work out, and I've had a couple instances where my only dinner was a small store with some potato chips and Snickers, and that would be my dinner and my breakfast.
Mom is not going to be happy about that. Very quickly, when do you expect to arrive in California?
Hopefully by late October. I have the Colorado Rockies to go over before the snow falls, and then 2 100-mile stretches out west in the deserts without any food or water.
Brian Stark in Defiance, Missouri. Good luck on your journey, okay?
Thank you very much.
We'll see you later. And we'll be back after a break. Stay with us. Right now, we want to go to Mark Dannon, who is standing by live in Central Park and to tell us more about National Trails Day. Hello again.
Good morning. This is the 6th annual National Trails Day, and as you mentioned, over 3,000 events going on along the United States and around the country. A little bit later on, we'll give you more information how you can find out more on those events. Now, a few of the events going on across the U.S. in Chicago, at the Cook County Forest Reserve, the Equity Library Theater is staging something called As You Like It, Hike It. Shakespearean actors are going to perform scenes from the comedy As You Like It as they hike along an urban trail. And here is my favorite event going on today. In Hewlett, Long Island, the Skinny Dippers Nudist Club will take a 3-mile hike and swim on the Quail Trail. Of course, clothing is optional for that event. A little chilly on Long Island for that one, but in Chicago for the As You Like It hike, it should be really nice weather. So that's the forecaster. Let's get to the forecast and see exactly what's going on for National Trails Day and what other events you may have across the country. Start with the satellite, and you see a lot of clouds in the southeastern half of the nation. There's the worst weather today from about Tampa through Atlanta, stretching a little bit back towards New Orleans. Going to see strong thunderstorms, so that's going to usher in some cooler weather as we head towards tomorrow. On today's weather map, breezy in through the northeast, scattered showers up around Minnesota as well as towards northern Wisconsin. Wet weather scattered throughout the Pacific Northwest. Nice weather in the southwest. On tomorrow's weather map, those rain showers start to move into the northeast. So Sunday looks like a better day or worse day in the northeast than Saturday does. The southeast clears out with beautiful weather and cooler temperatures. Atlanta back towards Dallas. The rain showers stick around in the Pacific Northwest, and the beautiful weather reigns supreme down in the southwest. Looks like Minnesota will clear out for a nice day as we head towards Sunday. So a few scattered showers in the weather forecast today, but some nice weather throughout the country. That's the national forecast. Here's a closer look at the weather for your weekend. Birmingham, thunderstorms, 80 degrees. Chicago, partly sunny, 66. Some thunderstorms in Dallas this morning, 81. Harrisburg, partly cloudy, 71. Omaha, mostly cloudy, 67. Some late day thunderstorms in Salt Lake City, high temperature, 74. And we'll have more on your weather and, of course, more on National Trails Day coming up in the next half hour. Susan?
Thank you, Mark.
Mark Dannon now joined us from Central Park, where he's going to tell us more about National Trails Day. Hello again, Mr. Dannon.
Well, hello again. Lots of exciting stuff going on, not just, of course, in New York, but all over the country. 3,000 events happening today. And if you want to find out more information about an event near you, you can call this phone number put up on your screen. Of course, it's toll-free, 888-766-HIKE, H-I-K-E, and ask for extension or dial in extension 112. Nice day to go out to the parks across the country. Let's go to the weather maps and see exactly what's happening today. On today's map, you can see rain showers will be occurring just in northern Maine. Not a great day for hiking across the southeast. Strong thunderstorms move through New Orleans as well as towards Atlanta. They'll stay out of South Florida, so nice weather down there. Beautiful and a lot cooler. The heat wave is over for Dallas, Texas today. A little on the chilly side up by Denver, and some lingering rain showers today in the Pacific Northwest, as well as a few showers up by Minnesota. On tomorrow's weather map, those rain showers in Minnesota move towards the northeast, so the northeast has better weather today. And look at the northwest. Rain showers still linger throughout the weekend. Beautiful weather across the deep south as we head through the entire weekend. That's the national forecast. Here's a closer look at the weather for your weekend. Boise, showers, 68 degrees. Charleston, some thunderstorms, 86. Some AM thunderstorms in Knoxville, 72. Los Angeles, partly cloudy, 79. Milwaukee, partly cloudy or mostly cloudy, 62. And in Portland, partly cloudy skies, high temperature, 77 degrees. And we'll have more from the beautiful Central Park coming up in the next half hour. Susan, Russ.
Thanks, Mark. Well, it is time now to take a final look at our weekend weather forecast with Mark Dannon, who, believe it or not, is in the heart of New York City.
It's hard to believe, huh? This is New York City. We're actually in Central Park, and of course we are celebrating National Trails Day, sponsored by the National Hiking Society, the 6th annual Trails Day occurring across the U.S. Over 10,000 miles of trails are maintained across this country, and lots of effort going into today's events. Over 3,000 events happening across the country. Something very important to remember, we had a very mild winter. We had lots of rain across the United States, and that means you're going to need to wear long pants as well as long shirts when you're out hiking the trails throughout the summer. Lots of mosquitoes and ticks as well going to be prevalent throughout the entire summer, as well as probably into the fall. So good thing to pay attention to the weather as well. And speaking of weather, looks like a nice day across a large part of the nation for hiking or whatever your Saturday plans entail. On the radar across the country, watch out in the southeast and for the morning in the Carolinas. Lots of showers and thunderstorms pushing down to the south. On today's forecast map, you can see the northeast, nice weather, but a bit on the breezy side. Storms rumbling across the southeast. Delightful with the heat wave finally broken across the deep south. A little chilly this morning in Colorado as well as the Twin Forks area. That's going to clear out later on today. In the northwest, watch out for a few rain showers. Those will be scattered throughout the day, and some nice weather in the southwest as well for your Saturday. That's the national forecast. Here's a closer look at the weather for your weekend. Bismarck, mostly cloudy, 61. Partly sunny, breezy in Burlington, 64. 62 in Cheyenne, partly cloudy. Mostly sunny in Honolulu, 86. Las Vegas, mostly sunny, 89 degrees. And in New Orleans, watch out for some thunderstorms, high temperature, 87. All right, that's your weekend weather. Enjoy the trails and enjoy the outdoors. We're going to spend the afternoon here, I think, and enjoy Central Park. Susan?
Have a great day, Mark. Thank you.